EastEnders took a dark and emotional turn this week as Joel Marshall finally faced justice for his brutal attack on his stepmother, Vicki Fowler. The shocking storyline has left fans stunned, as Joel's lies begin to unravel and his father, Ross, is forced to make the most painful decision of his life, to hand his own son over to the police. The harrowing scenes began when Vicki bravely confronted Joel about his increasingly disturbing and misogynistic behavior. Her courage came at a terrible price, as Joel lashed out in a fit of rage, leaving her with serious injuries and fighting for her life in hospital. Initially, Ross refused to believe his son could be capable of such a violent act. But denial soon turned to horror when he stumbled upon the shocking video Joel had filmed of the attack himself, a devastating piece of evidence that left no room for doubt. Realizing the truth, Ross was left with no choice but to report his son to the police. But before he could act, Joel went into hiding, with unexpected help from young Tommy Moon. Torn between loyalty and guilt, Tommy attempted to protect his troubled friend by hiding him in the Queen Vic. However, the pressure quickly became too much, and Tommy made the brave decision to do the right thing, revealing Joel's location to the authorities. In dramatic scenes, armed police stormed the garage where Joel was hiding. The arrest played out in front of the entire community, a humiliating moment witnessed by Ross, Tommy, and shocked onlookers. The fallout was immediate and deeply emotional for everyone involved. At the police station, Julie stepped in as Joel's appropriate adult, while Ross paid another difficult visit to Vicki's hospital bedside. Sharon, furious and protective, made it clear that Joel would never set foot in her home again. Ross tried to apologize to Vicki, his voice trembling with guilt and sorrow, but his attempt to defend Joel only reignited her anger. When Ross admitted he still wanted to see his son, Vicki was livid, accusing him of betraying her once again. Meanwhile, Julie informed Ross that Joel had provided DNA samples and was demanding to see his father. Despite Vicki's protests, Ross couldn't stay away. From behind the glass, he watched his son being interrogated, a broken father witnessing the consequences of years of denial and misplaced loyalty. Elsewhere, Tommy faced the police himself. Overcome with emotion, he broke down in tears and confessed to helping Joel hide. Though his actions may have serious consequences, Kat and Alfie stood by their son, comforting him for finally doing the right thing. Inside the interview room, Joel clung to his lies, claiming the attack had been an accident and that he'd only acted in self-defense. But as the detectives pressed harder, it became clear his story didn't add up. The evidence, particularly the video he filmed, painted a damning picture. When Joel realized the footage had come from his own father, his composure shattered completely. In a chilling outburst, Joel erupted in fury, screaming at Ross through the glass, "We are done. Do you understand? We are finished. You tell him he's dead to me." The heartbreaking confrontation marked the final collapse of their father-son bond. Ross was left shattered, knowing that turning Joel in was the right thing to do, but also the hardest. Now, as the investigation moves forward, questions remain. Will Joel face prison time for his vicious assault? And can Ross ever rebuild his life after the devastating betrayal and loss of both his partner's trust and his son's love? EastEnders fans can expect more emotional fallout in the coming episodes, as Vicki continues her recovery, Tommy grapples with guilt, and Ross faces the painful reality that doing the right thing sometimes destroys everything you love.